Hello, everyone. It's Serenity. I hope you're doing well, as usual. So, basically, today I am going to talk about an experience because many feel that religion is important, that you have to belong to a certain religion to actually be Christian. Now, when I say Christian, it is not a religion, it's a way of life, it's a mind and a heart set. Okay? This is exactly what Jesus taught. But once again, the teachings of Jesus were manipulated in a way where these certain ones could take advantage of people and make a religion from his teachings. Once again, I will say it and I will keep saying it. True spirituality is free. You do not need to belong to a certain religion. You don't have to be baptized to be saved. This is exactly why in John chapter 13, 34, and 35, Jesus had said, you would know his disciples by the love they showed amongst each other. Now, it's not amongst the ones that were of a particular faith, but remember what I just said. It's the ones that had the same heart and mindset, which is love. Love is at the very core of the heart and the mind. And therefore, it inspires the actions behind that love. Now, a few weeks ago, I had traveled with my daughter to a different state to attend a graduation of one of my daughter's friends who used to live in New York State, but they had moved to Florida. So my daughter's friend had requested for my daughter to be at the graduation. So, of course, my daughter is still under 18, so I accompanied her. Now, the family of my daughter's friend is not Christian, okay? They do not have the same beliefs as Christians. So, I did not know what to expect. I booked a hotel for me and my daughter. But once my daughter's friend, her parents found out that we had actually taken enough interest in their daughter to travel all that way to attend the graduation. They wanted my daughter to stay at their home. Now, I have met my daughter's friend's mother once for maybe 10 minutes. There is a language barrier. So that's the situation. I had never met the father or anything like that. So they welcomed my daughter to their home. So when we landed, I went to their place to drop my daughter off. And the welcome that I got from that entire family was truly humbling. And I'll tell you more about it in a minute. But the ironic thing is that state that me and my daughter flew to is the same state that my parents, who are active Jehovah's Witnesses, live in. And I am not welcome at their house at all. Now, these ones who to me are strangers, like I said, I had only met the mother one time for a very brief, it wasn't a long time. It was just a very brief meeting. Never had met the father or anything. These ones ran out of their house to the car, greeted me and my daughter. I was just going to say hello and go because I was hungry. Like I said, we had traveled most of the day. So they had prepared a meal for us, but I didn't know this. So they said, come up. But the meal was meats. It was all halal food, but it was still things that I don't eat. And once they knew this, both the mother and the father of my daughter's friend went to the kitchen, prepared rice, vegetables, and these fried. breads called dal puri, which is basically a fry bread stuffed with spiced lentils for me. They did not have to do this. The hospitality that they showed, basically because I was a stranger to them also. But the mere fact that I had enough interest and love to fly all the way there with my daughter because of their daughter was enough for them to also basically welcome me as family. That's what they did. Now, I already told you about my parents. I'm in the same state as them. I could have driven a couple hours to say hello. But once again, I'm not welcome at their house. Why? Because I'm apostate. Yeah. Now remember, times there would be no natural affection. My own parents do not even have natural affection for their own daughter. I didn't not do anything to them. I just refused to keep belonging to something that I knew was not the truth. It is the opposite of the truth. It is not for love. But these strangers showed me more hospitality and love than my own parents. Now I ask you, who in this situation was following Jesus' example? Who are the true Christians, so to speak? I'm bringing this up to open your eyes to exactly what Christ or Jesus or Yahweh was trying to teach. It was not about religion. It was not about judging others, condemning them based on what we feel is right or wrong. It's on love. When you have that core belief in your heart and your mind, which is love, it guides your actions. That family did not have to do 1 ounce of what they did for me or my daughter, but they did. And to go even further, the day that we were leaving, that we were flying out to come back to New York, they insisted on taking me and my daughter out to lunch, which they did. And it was very nice, delicious food and everything. But it wasn't just one act, it was many. The respect, the love, the kindness, the hospitality was overwhelming. And this is exactly how people need to be. They need to stop thinking about, well, do they believe the same thing as me? Well, if they don't, they're going to be over here. I don't really want to give any energy, time, money, or resources to that person. Remember, Jesus said, love your neighbor. Who is your neighbor? I already told you there is more life and beings in this universe. Your neighbor is everyone on this planet. That is your neighbor. You do right and good by all of those. And once again, there's going to be those ones, just like my parents at this time. No matter how much love and kindness you bestow, their hearts are hardened. They will not respond to it. And in cases like those, don't force yourself on them. Don't try and, try and get them to notice you and grovel for their attention and affection. Don't do that. Just wish them peace and move on. But for those of you who think that you're condemning other faiths because of what you think you know, you don't. There are ones of different religions who do show love to ones out of kindness of their heart. They don't care who or what you identify as. They understand the true Christ like spirit and thereby live their lives by that. So, yes, those are the ones, even though they're not Christians, that will inherit the kingdom. Okay, that's it for today. Um, Yeah, once again, who knows what the next video will be, but I do have to talk about so many things that at times it's overwhelming. And yes, I want to hide away. It's just one of those things where it's like if I could literally disappear for a while, I would. But in this day and age, you can't do that. It's not like, well, most of you seen the video about Jesus where, basically you fake your own death in order to get away and kind of have a new life elsewhere. That's not possible now because from the moment you're born into slavery basically, and you are tracked via your birth certificate, your social security number, your government number in other countries, whatever you call it. And they make sure that they make life on this planet in a way where you cannot hide. And if they think you are trying to circumvent this matrix, they will even make up allegations against you in order to imprison you so they can keep tabs on you. It's crazy. But there's so much that, I really could tell you. But yeah, basically, right now, this planet has become a slave planet. When you're born here, you are a slave. It's set up that way. And they want the thing with this, I'm going off, a little longer, but the thing with this is how do you keep slaves in check without them realizing they're slaves? You have to create a world for them where they don't even realize they're slaves. So yeah, I have to get into that and, kind of elaborate more on it. But, for today, this is what I have time for. But I just wanted to tell you all, once again, do not judge others. Love them. Offer kindness. Offer compassion. Hospitality if you can. It's not going to hurt. And if they don't respond to that, still wish them peace and move on. Okay? All right. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful day. I love you all, and peace be with you. Bye bye.